sure appreciate your going over there with me. I wouldn't have the nerve to go back to that house alone.
I guess it hasn't exactly been a honeymoon cottage.
Boy, these things are heavy. Hey, how am I going to get the rest of my things? I left some summer clothes.
Well, don't push your luck. Well, here we are, the Peyton Place Plaza.
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, it'll do for a few days anyway.
I really appreciate your putting me up, Ada. I didn't know which way to turn.
Look, Sandy, I'm glad to help you out. But it's going to cost you something. You're going to have to listen to a little straight talk.
Okay, Ada, what is it?
If I were you, I'd get as much space between me and Lee Weber as I could.
Yeah, sure, Ada.
I mean it, honey. That guy doesn't give up. As long as you're around, he's going to give you a bad time.
Well, I'm sure you're right, but I can't leave, not just yet.
It's Rod, isn't it? Walking out on Lee is one thing, but sticking around because of Rod, you've got to be kidding.
I can't help it, Ada.
Look, Sandy, stay away from him. Why risk your neck? And his, for nothing. Now, who can that be this early? I tell you to go around front where the bar is, but this whole place is off limits to you. Back, front, and middle.
I just want to talk to my wife, Ada.
All of you?
Oh, come on, Ada.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
Well, do you mind letting her tell me that?
I'm not your wife anymore.
Since when?
I filed for divorce this morning.
You what?
You heard me.
Come on, Lee, let's cut out.
That's the idea. Get out.
Listen, baby, just because you filed, that doesn't mean anything. You're still my wife.
You stay away from me, Lee. I told the lawyer all about you, how you like to push me around, and if you start anything, you're going to be very sorry.
Who's starting anything? Hey, fellas, did I do anything, huh? I just stopped by to talk to my wife, right?
So you talk to her. Now get out.
All right, Ada. Don't forget, Mrs. Weber. It takes a year to get a divorce in this state, at least before it's final. Who can tell, you might even change your mind.
Fat chance.
A lot can happen in a year.
Well, one thing that won't is you coming around here. You so much as show your face around here, and I'll call the cops, understand?
Oh, Ada, you got me all shook up.
Guy's like a time bomb. You still sure you want to stick around for the explosion?
I'm staying.
Each to his own.
Come in. Who is it? Who is it?
Hi.
Oh, hello, Rachel. Hello.
We came to thank you. That is, I came to thank you for this wonderful present.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Or him.
Oh, I love him. He's the most beautiful dog in the whole world. What kind is he?
Well, that's a good question. Well, there's a lot of poodle there. Actually, his mother belongs to my sister's kids, and he was the run of the litter, so I figured you were good with animals. And...
You remembered.
Yep.
I didn't get much of a chance to talk to you last night.
Well, I didn't want to bother you and Rod. You look like you were having so much fun.
He just took me skating and then to a restaurant.
It's good for you to get out like that once in a while.
Yes, but I want to know all about your trip to New York.
Oh.
Tell me all about the buildings and the people. No, I can't even imagine what it must be like.
Well, actually, that's a good place to start. There are a lot of buildings and a lot of people.
But what did you do? You have a big family there? And did you go out a lot?
Rachel, listen, I'd love to visit with you for a while, but actually, you picked a very bad time. I'm trying to clean up these files and all, and with this new job, I'm gonna need a lot of new room and...
Oh, I just came by to thank you and say hello. I think it's wonderful about your being made head of the hospital.
The head? Well, it's not really the head, it's the chief of staff.
Is that why you came back?
Well, that's one of the reasons.
You know, when you went away so suddenly, I had this feeling that maybe you wouldn't be back at all. I knew it wasn't just a business trip.
Now, how could you know that, huh?
Because you had to get away. You had to forget everyone and think things out.
I'm not the only one that has to start thinking straight. You have a lot of thinking to do yourself, young lady.
Me?
Yes? Rachel, I think it's time we leveled with one another.
What do you mean?
Well, actually, you didn't come in here just to thank me for the dog. You came in here because you have certain feelings about me, feelings I think we should examine realistically.
Why do we have to examine them? I missed you, that's all.
Well, it's not quite as simple as all that. I missed you, too, like I did my other friends here in Peyton Place, and that's another reason I came back.
Are we going to examine everybody's feelings?
No, I'm not. Just yours and mine. You see, Rachel, now you're a young woman. You're on the threshold of some new and exciting experiences. And actually, I'm much too old for you to think about in any other way except as a friend.
But I never said anything about that. I didn't even think about it.
Well, perhaps it's time you did think about it.
I don't understand.
Yes, you do, Rachel. You see, you've been playing hide and seek with your maturity. One moment you're a child, the next you're a woman. Now, this may be a symptom of a late adolescence, but in any case, it's a very dangerous game to play.
I don't know what you're talking about. I came over here because I was glad you were back and I wanted you to know that, but you're twisting it all around and I don't even know how I feel now.
I'm just trying to clear the air.
You say I'm a woman, but that I shouldn't feel that way about you. And then you tell me I act like a child, but you turn around and you get me a puppy. Was that for being a good little girl while you were gone? You haven't cleared the air at all. You've just stirred up a lot of dust.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I don't want any commitments. It's that simple.
Well, I'll buy that.
No, don't buy it. It's a bad deal for you.
Well, let me judge that.
What is the matter
I
with you?
just don't believe that a girl with her background can adjust as quickly as Rachel has.
I'm very particular about who I let in here. Any trouble, and out you go. All there is for you here is beer.